Every project begins with a purpose, a vision to change the world, even if just a small part of it. Some fulfill that vision and become models of success. Others miss the mark and leave behind a trail of lessons. This is the story of two such projects, both centered on the ocean. Both built around the world's most intelligent marine mammals, but each with a very different outcome. In the early 2000s, two young beluga whales, Little White and Little Grey, were captured off the coast of Russia. They spent over a decade performing for audiences at Changfeng Ocean World, a marine park in the heart of Shanghai. Trained to entertain and live within a confined 50-foot tank, the whales' lives were far removed from the deep, cold waters they were born into. In 2011, Changfeng Ocean World was acquired by Merlin Entertainments, a UK-based company that operates sea life aquariums and is known for its anti-captivity stance. Merlin made a promise that it would find a better, more natural home for the belugas. And thus, the concept of the world's first open-sea beluga sanctuary was born. The project was officially launched in 2018 by Sea Life Trust, with support from Whale and Dolphin Conservation, WDC. Klettsvik Bay in Iceland, a remote, sheltered cove in the Vestmannaeyjar archipelago, was chosen as the site. The location had historic precedent, too. It once housed Keiko, the orca star of Free Willy. The mission was clear: to give Little White and Little Grey a chance to live in a more natural, expansive marine environment. But the path was anything but simple. The project involved designing and constructing a 32,000 square meter open water enclosure equipped with floating pontoons, veterinary facilities, environmental monitoring systems, and 24/7 animal care. Transporting the whales across 9,500 kilometers required custom-built stretchers, land convoys in China and Iceland, a chartered Boeing 747-400 ERF cargo plane, and a ferry crossing from the Icelandic mainland. Despite the unprecedented complexity, the entire process, from training the whales for transport to final relocation, was completed within 2 years. Both whales arrived healthy and adapted quickly. The project was executed within its £7 million budget, met its timeline, and encountered no major health or logistical failures, a rare feat for an animal relocation of this scale. From a project management perspective, it excelled in all dimensions: cost, time, quality, risk mitigation, and stakeholder satisfaction. It was a prime example of successful scope definition, stakeholder alignment, and operational delivery. But the project's impact extended far beyond the checklist of deliverables. In their new sanctuary, Little White and Little Grey began to display natural behaviors long suppressed in captivity. They could dive deeper, swim longer distances, and interact with their environment in a way that no tank ever allowed. Behavioral enrichment and stress indicators showed marked improvement. Their progress was scientifically monitored and documented, creating valuable insights for future marine mammal rehabilitation. The sanctuary also served as a public education platform. On-site exhibits, guided tours, and digital storytelling helped shift public opinion away from entertainment-based captivity toward conservation and ethical marine animal care. The facility continues to operate as a non-profit model, welcoming future candidates for rehoming from other facilities around the world. And perhaps most importantly, it became a replicable prototype, a proof of concept that whales can be relocated successfully and that sanctuaries can provide a sustainable, humane alternative to traditional captivity. The project transformed not just 2 lives, but an entire conversation. The journey sparked a movement that echoed far beyond its origins. In contrast, SeaWorld's One Ocean show, launched in 2011, aimed to rebrand the company's flagship orca performances as inspirational and educational. It was a major investment designed to modernize the brand while retaining its most profitable attraction, captive killer whales. But just 2 years later, in 2013, the documentary Blackfish premiered at Sundance, centering on Tilikum, a SeaWorld orca involved in the 2010 death of trainer Dawn Brancheau. The film exposed troubling practices behind the scenes, including the psychological trauma experienced by captive whales. The public reaction was swift and severe. School trips were cancelled, celebrities pulled endorsements, attendance at SeaWorld parks fell by 4.3% in 2013, and the company's stock plummeted by over 30% within 6 months. One Ocean was quietly shut down in 2019. By then, SeaWorld had already pledged to end orca breeding and phase out live shows entirely. SeaWorld's failure stemmed from several key missteps. First, its objectives were misaligned with public expectations. While the company emphasized spectacle, the public was demanding transparency and ethics. This disconnect led to widespread rejection. Second, SeaWorld underestimated reputational risks. It failed to anticipate the impact of Blackfish and the rise of social media activism, leaving it unprepared for the backlash. Lastly, the company was slow to adapt. Instead of shifting toward ethical alternatives, it clung to outdated practices, deepening public distrust and worsening financial and legal troubles. Beyond financial loss, SeaWorld forfeited its position as a potential leader in modern marine conservation. By resisting change, it lost the opportunity to shape the future of marine education through innovation, sanctuary development, and ethical tourism. What could have been a legacy of transformation became a cautionary tale in brand mismanagement and organizational inertia. The one ocean dream drowned with the brand. When comparing these two projects, several lessons in project management become clear. The Beluga Whale Sanctuary succeeded because of clear scope, early stakeholder alignment, and adaptive risk management. While SeaWorld's One Ocean failed due to inflexibility, poor stakeholder engagement, and a lack of responsiveness to shifting values. One embraced change. The other resisted it. Projects involving the public, especially those tied to ethics, conservation, or animal welfare, require more than planning and delivery. They demand cultural awareness, stakeholder consultation, and scenario-based risk assessments that go beyond logistics. Had the SeaWorld project employed such practices by involving ethical advisors, re-evaluating scope early, and developing a strategy that embraced sanctuary partnerships, the outcome could have been drastically different. Successful project management is not just execution, it is insight, it is evolution, and most of all, it is listening. In the end, both projects began with whales. But only one ended with freedom and a future worth swimming toward.